Hi, welcome to News. I hope everyone's doing well. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to all everywhere, especially to those who are wondering what is in the skies? The drones. So let's take a psychic journey and find out a bit more information about these drones. We know they're not delivering happy meals. We know they're not stars. They're not airplanes. They're not helicopters. We know that. Yet, we're being told constantly by our Biden administration government that we, and others, that we have miscited. So, continue to listen on the path to becoming completely dumb, blind. We still look at drones, the things in the sky. Now, for one thing, we do know that these drones in the sky for years. It's true. They've been around for years. Everywhere that says that it's being sighted has been sighted before. However, what gets people is the magnitude, the amount of drones. And also, too, we know that right now Russia is bombarding Ukraine with thousands of drones. Thousands of drones. And again, happy meals are not happy bombs. And that's what's being delivered by these drones. A drone can deliver anything besides being a spy tool. So why are there so many? Why is the government keeping us in the dark? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that it's Christmas, it's holiday season, it's New Year's, it's Hanukkah, it's Eid, it's all these things. It's called shopping. First, they don't want to interrupt the flow of dinero, of money transactions. Understandable if everybody's just stood still and panicked, or stood still, can't say the word. What would happen? Breakdown. Nobody would buy coffee. Nobody would buy newspapers if they still sell them. In other words, a complete standstill. And maybe the people would rush out of all the zones, rush away from cities, military targets, military sites, and so forth. They don't want to have mass hysteria, so they're playing us dumb. In fact, they cannot trust the people we elected, cannot trust us to be rational and mature. Somehow we're thought to be babies in a playpen. So these drones, what are, first of all, these drones are, they could be from this amount. I know what the large ones with the white lights are, the silent ones that go dark, go cloaking. You can't find them. They cloak themselves. And they are in all around the military sites. And it started as, probably, as I recall, personal experience. It started in North Jersey in 2020. And I also have seen them in Orange County, 2023. So, and of course, both of those sites are sensitive government places, have government sensitive headquarters in them. So we can conclude that is surveillance. Day and night. However, why are they everywhere and why is this secret? Surely we should protect our own national interests by having surveillance around the site. That means they must have gotten some sort of warning, some sort of message to be aware, to be on guard. There wouldn't be so many if there wasn't. And then I have never seen the Christmas ones, the green, the red, and the yellow. And the white. Maybe that's for like Christmas, holiday seasons, that color. You can't expect them to go around with white lights all the time. However, let's see these drones. Are they something that we have to beware of? And of course, too, the whole thing is kind of bothersome because this whole action is mirroring 1938 Orson Welles radio talk show, North Jersey. The Martians have landed, and the whole. Just look at it; it's mirroring it. So almost 100 years later, the radio show is becoming a reality. But however, we don't know yet the conclusion that there are actually Martians. We can say why not, but we don't know for sure. But we do know that something is going on, and it's not being opened. It's not being told to the public because it would interrupt the holiday buying and selling, holiday retail. And that is why most likely we're getting quiet. And it's nothing. They know what it is. They know what it is. And even when you run a top-down operation, you're not hiding anything when you're out there in the public and you have like 2,000 plus drones running around. How do we know they're not spreading some sort of drugs in the sky? We don't know. And they're not harmful. Maybe it's an experiment to see who gets anesthetized first. There is a clause in the Constitution that the United States government can use legally people as test subjects without their approval or knowledge. However, it's tiresome, and it's also humiliating. It's humiliating to be spoken to as though you're mentally special, mentally deficit. It's humiliating. Why would you elect somebody who can't even say the truth or even hint the truth? Oh, it's nothing to worry about. Excuse me? Having thousands of drones in the sky, bus size, garage size, and also to these larger drones. They sent out their little smaller ones to take close up peeksies in the window. Been there, have seen it, and I have seen them quite frequently, every single night for about 3 years. For 3 years, actually. And they would come to the window, there's the small ones, and they would even come blinking with their white lights, flashing. And that is exactly, it's annoying. It's annoying, and it's just somebody's watching you. The surveillance thing is too much. It's too much. I mean, why are people watching each other when there's so many better things to do? And as I said, why? That's the question, why? That's what we want answers. Why are there so many drones in the sky? Well, it's pretty simple. Something's going to happen. Something is going to happen. What is going to happen with these that makes the government put out that many drones and not even admit it, even though it's around their sensitive areas or military sites? Predominantly, it's around all their military sites. Do they get word that Russia is going to do some sort of attack? I mean, we do know that drones are not delivering Christmas presents. We know that. They're not into delivering food packages. We know that. So, what are they doing? Let's take a quick, what are they doing? Let's try and find out on a psychic level. What are these drones? And you would see, too, that the person behind these drones is an old soul. An old soul. Old soul. Simply because of 1938, the War of the Worlds. The radio show, Orson Welles. It's a repeat. It's not even original. It's a repeat. So that was done as the first radio show was done as a Halloween spoof. So now the point is, there's a lot of things that go on in the skies that go unreported. Lots. Objects are seen, they disappear in a few seconds. Bright lights, things. I mean, It's uncountable, the amount of things that are not being explained. And again, it seems like New Jersey is a good place to do that type of stuff to start. And I would say simply because Orson Welles, Grover's Hill, whatever it was called, in a farm, the Martians landed. I mean, I think it's just play acting. It's play acting. So first we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. Well, ordinarily that would be a good sign. And then we have the Tower. We have the Tower. We have the Tower. We have the Three of Cups and the Tower. Right away, that seems to be like a protection device, because something, they've gotten a threat. Seems like there must have been some sort of threat. Change. Or maybe it's a change because of that threat. And then we have the Eight of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, the waiting. The waiting. Waiting. Wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see. Everything's in place. I would say the Three of Cups would be preparedness. The Towers would be an alert, message, sabotage. Something's going to be up. Something's happening. And then everything is, the Eight of Cups would be the await. The await, first of all. And then here we have the lookout. We have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. So they have something, so they're patrolling right now to make sure they're synchronizing themselves for this immediate threat. There's a threat. They don't want to alarm the people because it's a holiday season. And they want to, this is the time of year that business brings in business. And they don't want to stop that flow of transitions. But they're being proactive, some kind of threat, and they're having everything in place, and they're just waiting to see who strikes. Could it be like a Pearl Harbor thing? What should we look at? Or should we just leave it as this? I think for now, we'll just leave it as this. Because we do know that the drones are there because of a threat that was received. That's why there's so much going, and a right to know, they don't want to interrupt the flow of the retail sales, point blank. They don't want people going into a panic, point blank. So they're waiting and seeing, and they're on the lookout. Yes. Now the point is, where does this threat come from? Where has this threat come from? From people that we have already been bombing? Nations? How many people? Is it? Well, first of all, we know one thing, that for you to put that much drones and objects in the sky costs a lot of money. Keeping the gas or whatever they use to keep them hovering around and around on their pre-programmed flight, it costs a lot of money, and those machines are quite expensive. So what would it be to have an alert so expensive, of such magnitude of resources, to even to try and bluff the masses, the civilian population, say, oh, you don't see that. Oh, that's not that. I mean, to like even saying, don't trust your eyeballs. Don't trust your eyeballs. Don't trust your sight. It makes makes a lack of confidence. It makes unnecessary drama. And it also puts the population at risk. That's what it does. It does more harm than good. It's best that they come out and say, this is what's happening. At least respect who voted you in. Secrets, you can't have a secret when it's so big. That's like, there's nothing, it's like saying like an earthquake happened and you're in denial. No, there's no earthquake. And immediately, and the earthquake is happening. Oh, there's no earthquake. It's just just normal. Well, it's not normal to have that amount of spy devices. We just call them devices in the sky, hovering over people's houses, over people's farms, over the military bases without any type of explanation. It's insulting. Besides being insulting, it's threatening our survival as civilians. And we all know in war who gets it? Civilians. Those who didn't sign up for the military gets it. So that's what I could say. That right now they're on decom, what's that, 3? Decon 3. And they received a message, intel, that potentially something really bad can happen with the towers. Shall we? No, I'm not thinking of like diving more into it right now. But they're just waiting to see what happens. And it will continue this way until the next move. And what is the next move? Well, we're just going to have to keep watching and thinking about this. Because logically, that's the only explanation that makes sense. Something came into the ears or a coded message and is threatening the lives of the American people. It's threatening it's a big threat. And they're just having everything in place, ready for action. Bingo, the button, bingo. And a secret this much pomp and display cannot go quiet, cannot go dark. The truth will come out. Of course, what's happening? Somebody is going to be the Snowden, the Julian Assange. Someone is going to come out and say, there are reports already. It can't keep something so big, so quiet, that would affect so many. We will leave this right now. But there's something going on. There's been a warning. That's why everything is in place. The drones, for the most part, are all United States. They're ready for something, and they're waiting to see if it will really happen, which is why they have not notified the public and just telling them it's balloons, it's clouds, it's whatever. You didn't see anything. Don't worry about it. We'll have to take an update later. In the meantime, thank you very much, and continue to think about this. Continue to let your imagination, your ether, your thoughts think about what's really happening, what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. If you have any comments, please add on, and we'll take it from the next point. Bye-bye.